Okay, I thought I'd make another one of these videos for all my followers out there, to try to help them out a little bit in their game. I'm not saying I'm the biggest pro in the world, but I think I play pretty good cards. And I'm going to show you a hand here and see how you guys would play it. Every hand, there's more than one way to play the hand. It has to do with who you're up against. Uh, is the guy aggressive? Is the guy just rock solid? Can you bluff the guy? Uh, what if you're up against more than one person in the hand? A lot of players that want to go to the next level, I've noticed through dealing, and that's my job right now. I deal and I play both, but I see a lot of weakness with players that don't know what to do after the flop. And I thought I'd try to help them out here with this video that I'm making. And sometimes it can cost you being in the tournament or getting knocked out of the tournament. You got to ask yourself, hey, do I want to play a big hand with this hand or no? Okay? Now here's a hand everybody talks about. Okay? And the hand we're going to talk about today is, you're looking at it right here, pocket jacks. As you can see, jack of spades, jack of diamonds, and let's say the flop comes this flop here, which is the 10 of clubs, the jack of hearts, and the queen of hearts. Okay, you got to ask yourself, hey, is that a strong flop for my hand? Pretty damn strong flop, ain't it? You got a set. Well, when you raise pre-flop and you had a caller or two, are they holding ace king? Ace king would beat you, right? But even if they had ace king, the board paired, you're going to have a boat. What if somebody had queens? This is like I said, it all depends on what kind of person you're up against. Okay? Very possible somebody came in, limped in, or called a min raise with ace king. Okay? Very possible. Okay, now, but you got to find out. You got to bet something. You got to find out. And it has to do with who you're up against. If I make this raise and this is the flop, and I'm up against a guy that just is a crazy player and it would raise with anything and call with anything, I would battle right back at this guy and let him know, you're not going to bluff me. Because that same guy would have re-raised me with ace king on this flop here. Think about what I'm saying here. Now I have a decision. If I put him on ace king, do I fold or hope I come back and get the full house? These are decisions you're going to have to make when you're playing in tournaments. And usually when the hands are like that, and that comes in, it's a big decision. You could be either in or out of the tournament. So knowing people's ranges and what hands they would play back at you is a big key to this. You can look at the charts if you want to try to figure something like this out, but I'm telling you right now, a lot of this is still, to me, real poker. Okay? If he's got it, he's got it. If he don't, he don't. Well, guess what? You still got to find out. Just because you flop 3 jacks like this on the flop, this is my thinking. But remember, it depends on who you're up against. I believe, as you see that flop, if somebody would have had pocket queens, they would have repotted. They would have re-raised me. Okay? So I don't put nobody on queens. Don't. Okay? Very possible that someone could have called with 2 hearts. You can see that's the jack, queen of hearts here. Okay, ace 10 of hearts could have called, right? Could have. Boy, you just pray to God ace king of hearts didn't call you. But once again, let's think about that. If ace king of hearts probably would have re-raised you. So you could probably throw that hand out. I'm just saying. Okay? I know how aggressive people play ace king. So if I had to take a guess here, Remember, it's a guess. That's not me betting yet, but I would bet the hand. Then I'm still ahead. But again, who am I up against? Who's my opponent? How does he look at me? What kind of image is he thinking me? What's he think I have? What do I want to bet to make it look like I have something and what I don't have? These are the decisions, guys, you make them when you're playing poker. And some of these decisions could be in the biggest poker tournaments you ever get in. The main event, any WSOP event, any Poker Go event, you're playing against the best of the best. So it gets a little bit harder when every player is really good. He's got a big resume. I mean, I deal to these every day, folks. So when I see a flop like that, to me it's interesting. To them it's, do I or don't I? Do I try to take the hand down and then get the chip lead, or am I going to get burnt here and then have to rebuy? But these are part of the decisions you have to make. And like I said, when you look at that hand, you're thinking, well, you know what? All right, 10 of clubs, jack of hearts, queen of hearts. Ace king probably would have repopped me. Now, that's not a guarantee. So if you're wrong about that, you could still get a full house. And like I said, I don't put nobody on queens, pocket queens. They would have re-raised. But I believe pocket tens wouldn't have re-raised. Okay? Remember, we're talking pre-flop before this flop. So if they get a set of tens, you got a set of jacks, you're looking pretty good. But these are some of the decisions you got to make when you're playing in big tournaments. And there's more than one way, like I said, to play these hands. Everybody plays different. Everybody. And that's what makes this game so interesting to me. Okay? I could see pre-flop, like, believe it or not, ace-7 of hearts calling, because they're suited with an ace. And then that flop comes up, and he might pretend he's got ace-king, but he don't. And he may miss his flush, and you might lay down your 3 jacks. And this is part of great poker. This is why I love this damn game. And these are the decisions you're going to have to make when you want to play at a high level. I want to thank everybody for listening. I hope you learned something about this. And yeah, give me some comments. Write what you think, what you would do with this hand. Because there's not just one way to play this hand, guys. Because it all depends on what your opponent is. That has a lot to do with how you're going to attack a hand. So, like I said, give me some comments. Tell me what you think. And once again, thanks for listening. And I hope you learned something today. Okay?